Hello, my name's Tom Monk. You've probably never heard of me because I've only just made my first ever video about 2 weeks ago. About a week up. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So basically, today you can probably see the background of this game called Crafting Dead. Official Crafting Dead is actually called, but whatever. So basically, I'm going to show you a tutorial, basically. And I'm going to walk through every single item. I'm going to take them from the, the inventory type of thing, and then I'm going to put them into the game, and I'm going to show you what they're used for and like what you can do with them. So yeah, if you're confused about what Crafting Dead is, then you won't be after this. Hopefully this will help you out, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you can download it. I'll probably put a link in below if I remember to do so. So as you can see, there's some sheep over there, right? I'm just going to go next to the sheep because I am from Wales. That's a new thing you've learned about me. I'm going to go and do what every Welsh person does, and doesn't do it to my name, to be honest with you. What the hell's happening here? It's generating the world, I'm guessing. It's lagging a bit. Anyway, let's carry on having our sheepies. Right, that's done from now. And let's go through the Crafting Dead inventory. So we have all these stuff. This is nothing to do with Crafting Dead. I don't know why they put them there. Maybe because they've added them in, and they've added them in at a later date, so... yeah, and as you can see in my hand right now, it looks like some, I don't know what it looks like, to be honest with you, because I've played this game for so long that I know what they are, but it basically looks like a pile of, looks like something's been destroyed, and then there's like leftover of what that thing used to be. So this one looks like some iron, that one looks like some gold, diamond, emerald, and then these two are odd ones, but basically what these things are right here, you see. Oops, didn't mean to do that, I meant to do this. What these things are in front of me are loot spawns. So, if I right click them, you'll see they all give me different things. This is just random right now, but yeah, you can basically get the gist. So in the white one, which was over here, you'll get a pretty bad melee weapon. In the golden you'll get some decent stuff, maybe a gold shovel, an old shovel, not a gold, which is okay I suppose as a melee. Then you can get in diamond a tactical vest, which are quite a cool asset into the game. A can opener in the emerald, which is pretty bad for emerald normally. You get something decent. Bandage in the military. This is what the red one is, military loot. If it lets me place it. As you can see, there's morphine and bandage there. And then in the that was medical. This is military, the green one. And you get things to go on your guns, like ammo, and maybe even guns sometimes if you're lucky. So that is basically the loot's done, and I'm going to move on to the next bit, which is the loot spawners, which you don't really need to know. They're basically just wooden planks, and they spawn in those loot things. Then I'm going to go on to some of these different things, which are basically things you can place down in the game. But on most of the, in fact, all of the servers, official servers, they don't have any of these stuff. So there's an anti-base spawner, which I don't quite know what it does, but I think it stops you from placing bases, which I'm going to show you later on. Sorry, sheep, but move, idiot. Oh my god, what a retard. But they basically, yeah, this is some barbed wire, as you can see below. And as you walk into it, it slows you down, but it also takes hearts. So if I just quickly pop into game mode 0, I think? No, 1. Never mind, it is 0. You'll see that to go through it, it takes away 3.5 hearts. So I'm just going to quickly update my game mode. But yeah, that cannot be placed like that. You have to use something which I'll show you on later on, and I'll just remind you that it's this. Then we have some sandbags, some white stone bricks, some steel raw, and some steel cooked. I have no idea how to get any of these things or whether they're even good, because I don't actually ever use these things, but they're basically just some extra items that the mod makers decided to add in. Then the next thing we're going to go into is the melee weapons. I'm just going to pick a few out, and I'm going to show you what they look like, the textures. I'm going to show you the coolest ones, I think, that look the coolest. This one looks quite cool, that one looks quite cool. I suppose the golf club's quite cool, and the baseball bat. So the baseball bat actually isn't that good, and neither is the golf club, so I don't know why they picked those two. But yeah, the broken chainsaw looks quite cool. At the moment they're all 2D, but maybe the mod maker will add his 3D designs into them one day, and they'll look even cooler than they already do. This is a hatchet with some blood maybe at the end. That's a fire ant man's axe, I forgot to say. And this is a samurai sword, so you can be a bit like Michonne from The Walking Dead if you watch that. And also, if I press G on my keyboard, that's the default. I can put the samurai sword on my back, or any melee for that fact left. So if you want to put something on your back, you have to press G and then just scroll up there. But I'm going to take the right, and then we got the crowbar, which I always like to put on my back, because I think it looks quite cool. Like you know, when you're going to break into somewhere, you take a crowbar, wouldn't you? So yeah, that's basically all that melee. You can check those out yourself once you've downloaded the game. This is basically what you need to place barbed wire. As you can see, it says time. Sorry, I'll make sure you can see it. Building, time remaining 2, 1, 0. It takes 3 seconds, and then it places one of those, which you already know is a barbed wire, and takes away 3.5 hearts every time you walk through it. You can actually stack them like this. I would advise doing this rather than on top of each other. And to build them on, how the hell did that work? And to build them on top of each other, you must hold it on one that's below it, and then it'll do that. And even like this, I think, if I just delete the snow on that. And I can do it like this, and it'll build it on top of the grass block that I'm holding it on, as you can see there. So that can be quite handy, I suppose, and I like that quite a lot of this mod, and it's quite unique. Then we have some attachments. I'm going to go with all of the scopes first. So you can't really see them now, but I'll put them on some guns in a second. In fact, let me just get my favourite gun, the Scar. Not because it's the best gun, I'll show you them later, hang on. But yeah, this is how you put on the attachments. You have to drag it up to the top, but after you press G, which is basically the crafting dead inventory. Press G, slide it up to the top right, and put on the 6x scope, or any scope for that matter. As you can see, it zooms in. But also, you don't need to zoom in like this, and to maybe shoot. I haven't got any ammo, as you can see the clip was making a noise anyway. But yeah, you don't have to zoom in like that. You can actually just hold in, control it, and it zooms in exactly the same amount. And if you want to zoom in more, because at the moment I'm on Quake Pro, you zoom in like this, and then you'll zoom in further. Just a little heads up. So if you want to stay somewhere in camp and just snipe people, you can do that by zooming your FOV into normal. Then we move on to the holographic, which is a cool scope. It's basically a holographic that you would have on COD, and as you can see, it helps you aim better rather than the iron scope, which I'll show you the last. All guns have different iron scopes, by the way, so they do vary. And then the final one I'm going to show you is the ACOG, or ACOG, sorry, ACOG, what am I on about? ACOG, which is basically, I think is the rarest one to find, because I don't really find that many of them, but I do like it the best. I think it looks quite cool, like on your gun. And certain guns can't take certain attachments, such as the MP5K, which is a gun I'm going to show you in a second, cannot take the ACOG or ACOG. My god, I call it ACOG because I used to call it when I was young, and it's just stuck. Yeah, MP5K cannot take the ACOG, and basically it cannot take the 6x scope because it's too small of a gun. So then we move on to the M4A1, and as you can see, it's a pretty cool looking gun. I don't think it looks that much like an M4 yet, but they're adding an M4A4, which is a pretty awesome gun. I really like to use that gun on COD and stuff, like on the old CODs. But yeah, then we have the Scar, which I already showed you. These are the iron sights for all of them. This is the Scar, and this is the M4A1. And we have the 44 Magnum, which for some reason won't let me load in. There we are. It lets you zoom in like this, and it looks quite cool from the side as well. When you're playing with your friends, when you hold in left click is the default, but then you go like this, click and craft and dead options. Gun zoom you set to right mouse, and fire gun you set to left mouse. If you're used to playing with those types of settings, I find that very helpful because I play a lot of DayZ and Rust, if you play any of those games. So yeah, there we are. That's it for how you zoom in on the guns. And then we have the DMR, pretty cool looking gun. I suppose the Magnum's actually quite cool as well. The M1 Grand is quite a nice looking gun, I suppose. The DMR and the M1 Grand, you can have a 6M scope, and they'll end up like a sniper because they are really powerful guns, and they're actually like quite slow shooting guns. So then we have the M1911, which is another pistol. Not as strong as the Magnum, I don't think. I'm not sure actually, maybe it is, but I can't really test at the moment. But yeah, it's I reckon it's quite a cool looking gun. If you look in the bottom right, that's the gun. Obviously, I don't know if you would already guess that, but it's quite obvious. But yeah, it's quite a cool looking gun, I reckon. And yeah, then the final gun we're going to go on to is the AK-47. Obviously, it looks quite stupid because it hasn't got the actual. If I show you the ammo, is right here. It hasn't actually got the ammo in, but now it does. It looks a lot cooler. Obviously, it looks quite similar to an AS50, AK-47, and yeah, that's it for the guns. You can find their ammo somewhere in that Crafting Dead inventory. I'm not going to bother trying to get to all of them, but basically the Stanag maybe, or Stanag, whatever you call it, STANAG is for the M4A1 and the SCAR, both for the SCAR and the M4A1, if you're confused on where to get the ammo for that. Then moving on to the second batch of guns I got, and a couple of these are brand new, that's why they're at the bottom. So yeah, this is the MP5K. It's quite cool. It's got a little red, it looks like a flag, a golf flag, if you know what that is. It looks like one of those on the side, but yeah, this is a quite cool looking gun. I think it's the least powerful gun on the game. It takes a 4-hit. It's a 4-hit gun, so it's not the most powerful, but it is quite a cool gun, and it sounds pretty amazing. Let me move on to the M9. It's another pistol, and in my opinion, the iron sights is probably one of the coolest because it has the little like triangle below the crosshair, and it sort of helps you aim better, and you don't really need a holographic on it, which is the only attachment of scopes you can put on the pistols. Then we have the AS50, which looks so awesome with a scope and a bipod. If I was to put one on, which I actually will, just to show you how cool it looks. This is the most powerful gun in the game, along with 2 others I need to show you now. But yeah, if I just put these on, then you can just see how awesome that looks, and you can zoom in and scope people. And if I want to zoom in more, I could go like that. Oh, crud. Oh, so yeah, I can go like that, and then I'm zooming in even more, but I don't like doing that. I don't know why. I've got used to playing Quake Pro. But then we have the M240, which has a massive drum on the side, which I need to show you because you'll not understand. But there we are. It's a massive drum on the side. It's the biggest mag on the game. It's 124 rounds, 25, sorry. I think this also is a either 4-hit or 3-hit. It's 2-hit on sheep, but I think on the actual zombies of Crafting Dead, it is usually, I think, a 3-hit or a 4-hit, one of those. Then we have the crossbow, which you can be like Daryl Dixon. And also, I haven't showed you something yet, guys, but if you wanted to put a gun on your back, you don't have to press G and drag it, although you can do. All you have to do is press C, and it quickly goes on your back, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, the crossbow actually looks quite stupid because it goes into your head, but other guns such as the AS50 look pretty amazing, although it does look like you've got an aerial coming from your head from the front. Anyway, let me move on to the final gun, and that is the double-barreled shotgun. This is a brand new gun, only came out last week, and it got quite cool reloading sound. This is the only gun where range actually matters because it's a shotgun, and if I go up to this Enderman, then I'll show you. From over here, maybe over here. Oh shit, I can't shoot things. It would help if I could find some bloody zombies from the Crafting Dead, but apparently not. It's basically a 1-hit kill close up, maybe this close, and a 2-hit kill from maybe this far away. But just keep that in mind when you're using a double-barrel shotgun. And that is it for all of the guns. Now I need to go and have my food. I'll be straight back now. You won't even notice I'm gone. Alright guys, I decided to scrap that and go on to the next thing because it wasn't going to work. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a bug. But as you can see, I'm moving on to the spray paint. I'm actually using the M4A1, which I've already showed you earlier on. And I'm actually sprayed it black, as you can see. If I set 000, and then I'll make it daytime. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bit of a pattern on it compared to before. If I just quickly show you one from before, like this. That's the normal one, and then there's the one with black spray paint. It adds like a sort of pattern on it, which is quite cool, I think. Then we're going to look at the red version of the M4A1, which it's actually quite cool, I suppose. Then we're going to have the green, which is quite cool as well. I like most of these camos, to be honest. They look quite cool. Then we have the orange. Finally, we move on to the blue of the full colours, which is also pretty awesome. I think it looks like water, to be honest with you. Then we move on to the diamond ore, which is a brand new camo that came out last Friday, and in my opinion looks pretty awesome. Then we go on to the final two, which is the lava cracked one, which also came out last week. All of these Asmo, the lava cracked and the diamond door all came out last week, and they all look pretty sick, especially the Asmo. But guys, one thing I need to tell you before you go doing this yourself is do not shift click with this once you're finished with it, because it will basically destroy your gun and you will have nothing left of the gun you used to have. You will literally have no ammo, not even the spray paint you've just used, no attachments, nothing, and it will basically just ruin your life and you'll be so upset. So if I show you the Asmo now, because I just got rid of that. You basically, yeah, you have to drag, so it's not that much harder. You just need to remember to do it, otherwise you will lose all your stuff. And the Asmo is by far my favourite, and I think most people's favourite these days, because it just looks so sick. Then we're going to move on to the like little things of the you know, the mod pack, which are including of the grenade, the handcuffs keys, and the compass. The compass is quite helpful. If you look in the bottom right, I've got like a little compass type of thing stuck to my screen if you look, so it tells me where I'm facing. At the moment I'm going north. This can be quite helpful for the online multiplayer servers, as your friends may say, oh, I'm at North Airfield, something like that, and then you can go to North and find the airfield and you'll be with your friends and be happy jolly. But that barely ever happens because of bandits, which I'll show you on later on. And it also tells you your X, your Y, and your Z or Z if you're American. And then we have the handcuffs. You can handcuff people, and then if they are handcuffs, they cannot use things. I think they can only eat. I think that's the only thing they can do. I'm not sure they even drink, which is obviously a factor in this game. But yeah, and then to uncuff someone you have to use handcuffs keys, and it also gives you back your handcuffs. I could show you that online one day, whilst I'm in the middle of a game, hopefully. Then we have the grenade, which is a really overpowered gun, not gun, like a weapon, I suppose. Which, say you see these, and these are all players or zombies even. You want to throw your grenade towards. Oh, that's probably a bit too far actually. Throw your grenades in the middle of them, and this should kill both of those. That should kill that one. Oh my god, they are literally titanium. But yeah, it's really overpowered on the ultimate multiplayer servers. Maybe they've put it up or something, I don't know. But it seems much more overpowered, and it kills people in one hit. Trust me on that one. Don't go test it on your friends, because I don't think they'll be very happy afterwards. Then we have the medical stuff, which you get for medical loot, which I showed you earlier on. You have morphine, splint, makeshift splint, sorry, med packs, blood bags, and bandages. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you this as well. The dirty and the clean rags. If I show you now, I need to quickly find some water, which I think if I break this glass, this ice, sorry, it'll turn into. There we are. So if I have a dirty rag, I can't use it for anything other than to clean it, and then it'll become a clean rag, which can also be used as a bandage when you break your leg. Sorry, when you start to bleed. So if I do /game mode 1, is it? No, S. I'll just say S. It's easiest. And then you just jump. As you can see, I'm not bleeding for some reason. That is just literally the most stupid thing I've ever seen. If I quickly do it again, maybe I'll do it from like a really high up point. There we are. That should break my leg. Wow, it's not even bleeding or making me break my leg or anything. So, whoa, shiz! I almost got killed by a creeper then. But yeah, these things are pretty useful, but I can't really show you them because there's no enemies around for some reason. Maybe because I'm on a server with no people, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it might be that. I doubt it. That's a joke, by the way. Wow, I'm such a bad. Oh. Anyway, moving on. We have the most unuseful item in the game, which is a wooden stick, which I'm not even going to bother showing you much of, to be honest. Like, it just looks absolutely crap. Then we have some small backpacks, which can be really helpful and a really, really cool part of this mod pack. You have the gold one, the blue one, for some reason it's just for the golden back one, the blue one, the red one, and the grey one. If I just let you see the blue one, and there we are. There's all the small backpacks. They're the least helpful, although they do hold. How many items do they do? I'm pretty sure they don't do that many. I think they do 9. Yeah, they do 9, which I suppose is helpful if you need space. Then you've got an extra 9, and you can actually stack bags. If I quickly show you in a second, these are the medium-sized ones, which are pretty cool. They're helpful when you haven't got a big one. But as you can see, there's the large one. It looks pretty similar to the other ones. That one looks like something off Pokemon. And then this blue one. So as you can see, this one holds 18, which is quite helpful. But you can have more than one, so you can have maybe these 3 and then have one on, which is quite helpful to carry items. And you can have one for different items as well, like one for medical, one for guns, and one for things like that. However, the best backpacks are these 3 different ones, and also they have the gun bag, which I put over there. These 3 are basically the same. They look the coolest, I think, in game. Like they actually look like ones from DayZ, which in my opinion, I think this mod is based off DayZ. If I show you the green one as well, this one looks good. With something I'm going to show you in a bit later on. And then we also have the grey one, which looks quite cool, I suppose. So these 3 are pretty awesome, but only one thing can actually carry guns other than pistols. They can be held in the tactical vest, like I'll show you later. This one holds guns, and to put the guns in, you have to also drag, otherwise it won't work. For some reason, it just doesn't allow you shift click. But yeah, you can actually hold guns, as the mod maker says. If I'm still wearing, am I? Yeah, I am. So if I should show you. It doesn't actually say there, but normally it does say you can hold guns in it. Like on Twitter, he said before as well. I feel like a right idiot now. Then we have the 3 tactical vests, which you have to press G and then slide them on. And then you have the tactical vest, which is awesome. It can hold 18 items, and you can shift click pistols into it, which is quite helpful. And they all look quite cool. Like if I just quickly show you, they have like a. It's as if it's like a pouch to collect like grenades and stuff. If you look in the front, like there we are, you can see now. But it's actually quite cool, isn't it? I'm just gonna quickly take this off, then I'll show you. So crap, come on, Tom. I'll show you some more items. So then we have, after those, we have some water items, which are pretty bog standard. You know how to use them, but I'm also just going to show you quickly the water canteen, because that is quite helpful. Every other item that you can drink from. Right, we are. Every other item you can drink from will become empty and be useless. But with the empty canteen, once I've drunk this now, I'll quickly show you if it works. It'll become empty, and then I can quickly refill it up in some water, and I'll be able to drink it again multiple times, and I'll basically be happy. If you really want me to show you all these, you can really just look for yourself, to be honest. Then we have some food. I'm going to quickly show you some different ones. I'll take some peaches actually, because Ghetto's favourite food. I don't know if you know who he is. But then for some reason they've added their own apple. I'm going to quickly show you these. So basically with the oh, let me type it in. Can, oh, there we are. The can opener. With some of these things, oh my god, there we are. Ugh, this is what I was trying to do when I was typing ew. I was actually trying to do WWE. Like as in to go forward and that. Anyway, so basically we have the canned peaches, which you have to open up to make open canned peaches. You can also find open canned peaches, but they're more rare than finding canned ones. And then we also have some cereal box, some MRE, some fresh orange, bag of rice, and fresh apple, which is actually a different texture to the original Minecraft one. So yeah, but the bad thing about all these things is with the fruits you can find, such as oranges, pears, and apples, and I'm sure there's one more, isn't there? I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, there's the three of them, I suppose, and they all become rotten. I don't know if they actually become rotten, or whether you can just find them rotten, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, those are useless, as well as the empty water bottles and stuff, and empty cans. So don't bother picking them up. And then we have the final part of this mod pack, like showcase, I suppose maybe you could call it, which is the armor. I'm going to quickly show you some of the armor. I'm going to put them on, and I'm going to show you what they look like in game. If I just quickly, oh crap, I don't want to do that because it's just ruined it for you, but that's just to make sense, that was. If I just quickly go down to the bottom, get some shoes, get the soldier gear, and then we have, basically, this is the Spec Ops. In my opinion, this is the worst looking of all the, if I could do that so you can see it, of all of the armors. And my favourite is probably actually the the ghillie or the soldier, probably. Actually, no, the bandit, I'd say, which I'm going to show you in a second, if I just click this. So I take off the Spec Ops clothing, then I'll put some ghillie on, which actually looks so insane, I think. And you actually do blend in, if I just do F1 again, you actually do blend in with the shades of grass, you know what I mean. So if you're coming from from below someone and they zoom down at you, if you've got a green face, you'll literally be camouflaged depending on what biome you're in. But yeah, that's a pretty cool looking one, I think. Then we have the soldier gear, which used to be my favourite, but now the bandit is. This one looks pretty amazing, I think, like it's actually a soldier type of thing. There we are. And then for the final two things of this mod pack showcase, we're going to have the bandit and the hero armor, which is the main part about like the online part of this, like the multiplayer, because you can actually become a bandit or a hero. A hero is where you kill I think it's maybe 18 zombies, but yeah, you see in the top right it says humanity and it says 0. If there were loads of zombies around, not those types, the actual ones. If I do / difficulty, let me just see. My god, do I know how to spell difficulty? Difficulty 1 maybe? It's easy. 3 hard. But that should spawn in, I think, a load of. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But usually there are loads of zombies. I will show you them another time. If I put on the bandit armor, this is what this looks like. It looks pretty amazing, I think. Like the little bit around the head, it looks like a bit like an Eskimo type of thing. But yeah, that's my favourite one. And then we also have to show, for the last thing of this mod pack, is the hero armor, which you'll get from killing zombies. You get bandit, by the way, from killing heroes. Not heroes, just people in general on the multiplayer version. So yeah, this has been my first ever video. I hope you all enjoyed. It's a pretty long one, I think. Like maybe, I can't actually think of how long it's been. But yeah, hopefully now you understand the game of Crafting Dead and you'll be able to play it yourself. I'll probably put a link down below if I remember. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.